Good morning. Thank you for attending Aspire. We're so glad you've attended, and we're pleased you're here. Hopefully the subject matter enticed you to come, and so we encourage you on your evaluation sheets to keep giving us some suggestions for what you'd like to hear in these meetings. This was one of the suggestions, by the way. And we're on business alignment strategies this morning, presented by Riverbend Capital Group. Riverbend Growth Partners. Chapman Next is pleased to present Aspire, and we are celebrating our 25th anniversary, and I'm sure you've heard that before, but we're excited about it. And the only reason we're here is because of you and you guys helping support us. And so thank you. We really appreciate that. So this morning is by Riverbend Growth Partners, and you have presentations in front of you that you can look at and make notes on. And so I am going to turn it over to Don and let him introduce himself and his company, because he can do it far better than I can. And so thanks a lot for being here. And you have evaluation forms in front of you, and please fill them out, and we'll get back with you later.
Awesome. Thank you, Nancy. And thank you for the opportunity to help support Aspire. I think it's a wonderful institution that you've built for the community. Riverbend is actually comprised of two entities. One is Riverbend Growth Partners, which is a traditional fee-for-service consulting firm, and then Riverbend Growth Capital, which is a private equity firm. In essence, what we do is we utilize the methodology on the consulting side of the business to acquire businesses for the capital side. We're focused on the capital side at businesses that are flying under the radar screen of most private equity groups. And what our goal there is to really acquire them. Generally, they're below 3 to 5 million in EBITDA, and to move them up to a position where they're of interest to middle market private equity groups. So we, with us today, we've got actually 3 additional team members. Ken Farrell, who will be helping me with the discussion today. Kevin Dahlberg, raise your hand maybe or something. You know. And then Brian Yen, who joined us just a couple months ago, is doing an internship with the firm. So we're happy to be here, and hopefully this will be a little bit interactive. I need to warn you, there is a reasonable degree of audience participation. So hopefully the coffee was leaded, not decaf, and we're all ready to go here. Just to kind of help me calibrate how to start the discussion, if I could get a quick show of hands, in your leadership team meetings, you know, weekly, monthly, whatever they are, how many of you have these 3 issues? You're making too much money. The team is performing at too high of a level. You know, you always got to bridle them back, keep them out of the office on Saturday and Sunday. And the doggone $50 million business has become so easy to run, it's barely a part-time job. Show of hands. We've got a new keynote speaker. What is it? Where's Nancy? Were we supposed to present next month? Nobody raised their hands. No. Well, let me go ahead and introduce Ken. Here you go. No. All joking aside, we in the firm, we've worked with over 120 clients over the years. And I think we've concluded, and is the news here, by the way? This is important for the news, okay? We have concluded that the American public has been lied to. Has been lied to. Have we not heard all of our lives that the only 2 certainties in life are death and taxes? Wrong. There's a third. There's a third. And it has a very profound impact on every single business. It reads like this. Every business is perfectly aligned to get the results it gets. Anyone doubt that that's not a certainty? Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Business alignment is a lot like automobile alignment, right? Now, hopefully we'll see a few hands here. How many people have had problems with automobile alignment? Thank you. Oh, thank you. There is a God. Well, here's the deal. When your car's out of alignment, is it easy to drive? No. Is it cost effective to drive and operate? And if you don't fix it, what happens? It gets worse, not better. Business alignment works the same way. The problem with business alignment is you don't have a steering wheel that starts to wobble. But I think what you'll discover during the course of today is that there are lots of signs in businesses that things are wobbling if you understand them. You know, business alignment's like everything else in life, all right? It's invisible unless you know it's there and have the skills to do it. Let me illustrate with a short video.
This is an awareness test. How many passes does the team in white make? The answer is 13. But did you see the moonwalking bear?
What? Say what? Okay, for ye of little faith, and I've checked this, that is the same tape the second time around, okay? They did truly rewind it and all. But how many actually saw it? Now, I have to be careful because we've done this a number of times. So if you recall back to the first time you saw this, or if today is the first time, how many actually saw the moonwalking bear the first time around? That's about right. Normally 1 or 2 in a group like this. You know, but here's what's interesting, okay? Many, many years ago, and I know you don't think it's that long ago in my case, I've aged well, right? But in the early days, I used to think that the key to success was figuring out what the answer was, right? If I only have the answer, I'm going to be successful. What I've discovered, editorially the hard way over the years, is that the answers are all out there. They are all out there. Think about this, right? If I had asked you, you know, how many steps does the moonwalking bear make? That answer was there. How many passes does the team in black make? That answer was there. The key to success, I've discovered, is are we asking the right questions? That's where success comes. That's what I've learned over the years and what I believe. And therein lies the problem with business alignment. What we find with the clients we work with, we're blessed, brilliant subject matter experts, creating businesses, having ideas, doing things that I certainly couldn't do, many couldn't do. But their strengths become their weaknesses because they get so focused on the what, my product, my service, my machinery, the customers, the day-to-day quicksand of trying to run a business that starts growing, that they fail to focus on the how. And in this context, business alignment is how am I choosing, and I emphasize choosing, to lead and manage my business? How am I choosing to lead and manage my business? And that's where the problem lies. They focus only on the what, not on the how. So, you know, if we look at this and we say, so why bother with business alignment? Yeah, the moonwalking video is kind of cute, and yeah, it's a catchy phrase, and yeah. Okay, why is it important? Are you guys familiar with Gallup? Gallup Research? Do a lot of polling, presidential stuff. They've been studying engagement and alignment for decades, okay? And what they've concluded is that there are very significant and very clear bottom line impacts that come from highly aligned businesses. And it's near and dear to our heart because you saw on the opening slide that our kind of tagline is because profit matters. We're hardcore P&L guys. In fact, in our practice, when we do an engagement on the consulting side, we actually won't propose if we don't believe we can deliver a multiple of whatever our fee is in the 12 months following our engagement. Because we don't need to do billable events, we need to help businesses grow, and we need to help them increase profitability. So what I want to do is share with you what Gallup says the benefits are of businesses that are highly aligned, okay, and how they fare against their competitors. Businesses that are highly aligned have lower turnover, shrinkage, and quality defects. They have higher productivity, creativity, and customer engagement. They have higher value customers. They grow at 3.9 times that of their competitors. And they have 72% higher earnings. Pretty compelling results. The reality is, though, like the show of hands earlier, while intellectually most people get alignment and they say, yeah, I think I understand that, as a practical matter, most don't know how to put it into practice and how to implement it and how to get these results. So what my goal is, or our goal is today, is to help you guys understand what business alignment is, how it works, kind of cause you to become believers, if you will, and then provide you kind of a brief overview of a template or a methodology that you can use to actually operationalize it within your business. But if we only had 30 seconds, here's the headlines, right? Business alignment drives increased profit, improved team productivity, and literally creates time. I'm going to have you guys hold me accountable for making that case here in the next 3.5 hours. No, in the next 20 minutes. And the beauty of it is, the cost to implement, zero. What it takes is belief that it's the right thing to do and the knowledge to do it. All right? My very, very first supervisor in my career, decades ago, told me, Don, he said, here's the deal. Give the hardest job to the laziest person. They will figure out the easiest way to get it done. Maybe a forced certainty. Who knows? Okay. Now, what is not on the table for discussion today is why I got all the hard jobs. We ain't going there. Not today. Okay. But, and for the record, I don't condone that as a good performance standard, but it's actually a pretty neat way to think sometimes. So in that spirit,